Hi everyone. It's now actually we're on Monday night and this is Sunday. So we're on Monday night and it's 7 minutes past 10 at night. So, you'll know by now, lots of punctures. Really, really, really hard when you're out in the province, you're like 5 mile away from town. And as I've explained in other videos, the bike's our lifeline. We really need this motorbike to get to Mercia and back. So, you know, what we did yesterday, Sunday, that van's going a bit too fast. So that the vans here seem to speed like crazy. Must be free petrol or diesel. Right, so what happened was we got ready. We got here latish actually. And we went pumped the tyre up with a push bike pump, and then we jumped on the bike as quick as we could to get to this place. Now, we came to this place because we got the puncture fixed last time here at this place, and the guy did a good job. And I thought, well, this is a good place. I'll come back here. I'll come back to this place because he's really reasonable, and he does a good job. Anyway, it's all different guys. They're all different guys in there today. So the nephew is probably not there, or he's probably, it's Sunday, so he could be off somewhere. Anyway, I'm sat there, and I said to Jovelyn, ask the guy the price. She says, in Mercia, guys, it's 70 pesos, right, to change the inner tube. Right, so I'll tell you a quick story if I get time. If I don't get time, because it's a short video, I'll make another video. When we was here in our barangay, out in the province, in the countryside, we're 5 mile away from town. We got a puncture before Christmas 2024. And what we did, we pushed the bike into the barangay, and there's a guy there what actually fixes punctures. Now I think he's gone to Japan. He's in his 20s, this guy, and his papa also fixes punctures. And what he did, this guy, is he tried to vulcanise the puncture, and he actually did it a few days before as well. But the hole in the inner tube was so big he couldn't vulcanise it. So what he said was, "Oh, it's too far gone. We can't vulcanise it. Would you like me to go into Concilian and buy you a tyre?" So he said, "Oh yeah, thanks." We were struggling for money. We gave him the money, and he went into Concilian, and he bought a tyre, and he fetched it back. And sorry, he bought an inner tube, right, for the tyre. So he bought an inner tube in Concilian, then he put the inner tube in the bike, fixed it all up. Bear in mind, right, he tried to vulcanise it, couldn't vulcanise it, then he went 2 mile, 2 kilometres, fetched us an inner tube back, and then he put the inner tube in the motorbike, charged us 70 pesos. Right, this guy here, these guys here, I think foreigner price, this guy's a joke, 150. Right guys, so it's night here. I'm actually going to do the video now because tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, music, all up to 8 o'clock at night, there'll be music playing here in the province. It's just province life, they like the karaoke. Right, so as I've just said in the previous short video, right, what happened was, we got this guy in the province here to fix us puncture, tried to vulcanise it, couldn't vulcanise it. The hole in the inner tube were just too big. Now we bought an inner tube thanks to one of your guys. We bought an inner tube about 3 weeks ago. We've had to fit the inner tube into the into the back wheel, because we keep getting punctures. The tyre's not good, it's split all over, so hopefully we can actually still travel with this inner tube and we can get away with it. And we don't have much choice really, we have to fit this inner tube, because we have to get to Mercia. We're 5 kilometres away from Mercia. So as the story goes, as I've just been telling it, I've been doing a voiceover in the bedroom, now I'm in the kitchen, and like I said, it's past 10 at night, and there's no karaoke. So I can do a voice, I can just stand here and I don't need to do a voiceover, I can do a video. So, Sunday, we went to go out. Saturday, we got a puncture, as you know, you'll have seen the videos. And what happened was, puncture, blowing the back tyre up. We got here to back home. We managed to get back home. And as I said in a previous video, I actually rode the bike a kilometre with a flat tyre, and I thought, that's just going to rip the tyre to pieces, but we're still running about. So yesterday was Sunday, we're on a Monday now. So what happened, took the bike 4 kilometres up the road, because we've had the puncture fixed before there. It's a bit of a repeat, but I'm just going to remind you. This guy here in our province, he fixed the tyre. He tried to vulcanise it, couldn't vulcanise it, the hole's too big. He said, miss, sir, I can't vulcanise it, the hole's too big. Would you like me to, you need to buy an inner tube? And I thought, how do we get, this is before Christmas. How do we get to Conciliam? Because we're a long way off, we're 2 kilometres off. And he says, I'll go and I'll get you an inner tube. So the young guy, he fixes punctures, his papa fixes punctures here in our province. And he went to Concilian, bought his cheapest, he phoned us up and said, what inner tube do you want? 230 pesos or more. I said, get the cheapest. He got the cheapest, and we fitted it in the bike. He fitted it in the bike, charged 70 pesos. So he charged 70 pesos, tried to vulcanise it, couldn't vulcanise it, that cost 70 pesos just to vulcanise it. Then he put us a new inner tube in it, put the tyre back on, and then took the wheel off, etc. And he did 2 jobs and charged us 70 pesos. Now, when we're going to we've had that many punctures, we've been to Andaman, we've had punctures in Andaman, we've had punctures in Bacolod City, so we've been all over the place for punctures, and we always pay 70 pesos for a puncture, right? But if we have a little money, we give 80 pesos, but the budget's gone, we don't have any money. So I took it to this place. You'll see the video before this one, but it's a bit of a repeat, So I'm there yesterday, and we got there late, me and Joveline. So Joveline had to walk into Mercia a kilometre to catch the shops before it shut, to get a little bit of rice, right? So please help support in the way of $1. We do need support. So, God bless for you guys that actually send support. So, I'm sat there and I thought, I'll do a little video. Did quite a few shorts. Did a few short videos of the road and the lorries. And I did a video, and it lasted about, I thought it were a long video, but it were actually 4 minutes of video plus. And I'm sat there and, the guy's done the puncture. You'll see in the video before this. And he does the puncture and he's, and he's, and I thought, yeah. I thought, yeah. Now, I'm sure these guys are actually going to take the mickey. Could hear them chatting, and I thought they're going to actually bump the price up. Joveline's not here. I knew they were going to bump the price up, foreigner price. I could just tell other guys were carrying on. And this other guy pulled up on a tricycle. There's three of them on the puncture. Only takes one. And then he jumps on the wheel, he stood on the wheel, and I thought, well, why does he need to stand on wheel? You know, if that were my bike in England and that were an expensive bike, I would have said, hey, I would have stopped the guy, took the wheel, and I'd have gone to a different place, right? So now there's 3 or 4 of them on bike on this puncture, and don't ask me why. And they're all, and this guy smiling, and I thought, yeah, I could tell he was trying to take, I what joke foreign a joke, but seemed a nice guy. No, seemed a nice guy, quite a friendly guy, and anyway, they put the wheel back on, and I says, oh yeah, thanks, Salamat, thank you very much. And Joveling gave me 70 pesos. That's all we had, right? We only had, well, we didn't, right? I had 100 pesos, right? So I had 100 pesos. And that were basically more or less all the money I had. And I got the money that it cost 70 pesos, guys, right? These guys overcharged foreigner price, which I weren't very pleased about. So I got the money, I went, oh, Salamat, thank you very much. And it was one of these, same as the haircut. I told you about the haircut before. They bumped the price up twice the price. And he went, no! And he pushed it back, and I went, so I took it back, and I went, 150. I said, no. And I said, no, I'm not paying 150 pesos. And I started to laugh. And I went, no, I'm not paying 150 pesos. I said, 70 pesos. No, 150. And I said, no. And then I started to raise my voice. And there's 4 of them. Then there's another guy comes along. And there's this guy comes along, and I said, I'm not paying. I am not paying 150 pesos. And I'm trying to explain to this guy, and I've got the 70 pesos in my hand, and he's not really listening, so this guy's like this, so I went to this other guy, and I went, how much is it? And I weren't going to pay him. I'm just going to put money in my pocket, get on bike and go, because there's 4 of these guys, and when I'm asking them how much is it, and this guy goes that way, this guy goes that way, this guy goes that way. So I chat to a lady, and I said, hi, hello, miss. I said, miss, do you speak English? I wanted to ask this guy, basically, look, I'm not going to pay. How much is it? When the guy says 150, I say no, right? And he's wanting 150 pesos, this guy. And I says, no, not paying it. Now there's another guy, he's a really big guy, quite a tall, quite a big Filipino guy. And he's wanting 150 pesos. I said, no, not paying 150 pesos. And I wouldn't pay the 150 pesos. I says, I do not have 150 pesos. So I went into my bag, all my money, I got 50 pesos, I got 250 peso notes out. And I gave it him, and he's pushing it back. And I went, no, I said 100 pesos, that's it, overcharged, right? So he overcharged. And if I actually told my friend about this in Murcia, he would go to the guy, right? And he's got quite a little bit of influence. He would go to this guy, and he would tell this guy, he would have a big argument with this guy. So I'm arguing with these guys, there's 5 of the guys, and I went, and I got the bike, put my helmet on, and then another guy come, and I explained to the guy, he's wanting 150 pesos. he's only put the inner tube in the back wheel, and he's wanting 150 pesos. I don't have 150 pesos. I've gave him 100 pesos. I'm back to this guy now, and they just don't really care, you know. They really took Mickey, and they thought, it's a foreigner, we're gonna bump price up. Not knowing I'm here 3 years in Mercia, right? Not knowing I've got lots of friends in Mercia, I'm very well known in Mercia, you know. And like I said, I'm well known in Mercia, I've had a lot of punctures in Mercia, I know the price in Mercia, you know, and it's 70 pesos, and if we can, we always give 80 pesos. So they charged me 150 pesos, wouldn't pay it. Argued, would not pay it. And I gave the guy 100 pesos, which I weren't really happy about, because that was more or less all of my money for the week. We're on Monday, it's Tuesday tomorrow. So that was all the money, so I really, you know, that really riled me up. And this guy's demanding 150 pesos. I said, no, not paying 150 pesos. So that was this guy. So, you know, in the video, all these guys that's on the wheel and around the wheel, you know, that's overcharging. So I'll tell you a quick story why we're on this overcharging. I went into Mercia, right, and like I said, I'm well known in Mercia. People normally charge me just the same price as everyone else. They don't charge foreigner price, you know. If something's 60 pesos in Mercia, that's what they charge me, 60. They don't charge me 120, they just charge me the same price, right? And this is something that really gets me quite mad in the Philippines. We were actually in Mambacal, and we stopped in Twin Rivers. I think this was 2019. And we went to Mambacal Resort. Because we're in Twin Rivers, like I said, I was in Twin Rivers Resort for 2 months. I basically lived there for 2 months, 2019. Third time in the Philippines. And Jovelin, we had a walk round, we had a swim in the water, and quite nice in Mambacal. And we went for a cup of coffee to this cafe in Mambacal. And Jovelin said, oh, there's a foreigner there. He has a foreigner girlfriend or wife. And this lady, she's got this, and she's reading the menu. This woman, this lady, and she have a foreigner, she's got a foreigner with her. Well, it turns out the foreigner's her husband. And she orders, and then, you know, the girl come, and she writ it down, the girl, and she gave her the price for all the food, and the coffee for her and her husband, right, for her and her husband. And this lady, she had a look at this, she's looking at this piece of paper, overcharging. Oh, she went mad. I'm not paying this, what's this? Do you think I'm a damn fool? You're going to charge me all this money? I know what the price is. Before I ordered, I checked all the price on the list. So on the menu, I checked the price on the menu. Coffee 30, not 60. And this lady, we actually saw the lady with the menu, because Jovelin's saying, oh, there's a foreigner, so we're looking and there's a foreigner, which don't really interest me. But Filipinos, if they see a foreigner, oh, we saw a foreigner today. So it's one of them foreigners, you know, a Filipino, they will notice foreigners. Right, so this lady, rightly so, she went mad. And if you think I'm paying this, I'll report you. I will go and report you. Just because I have a foreigner husband, you want to charge me double the price? Get me a pen and get me a piece of paper, and I'll add it up. And that's what she did. I am not paying that. And she wouldn't pay it. She paid what? You know, she paid what were on the menu. And what the girl on the menu did, this is in a cafe in Mambacal Resort. And she weren't very happy whatsoever, this lady. So she totted it up. She wouldn't pay it. She would only pay. What happened was, they've seen this foreign guy, which is the lady's husband, and she double priced it. And the foreign guy actually is married to this Filipina lady, right? And they live in the Philippines, right? And this is what gets me mad. I were in Mercia. I had my hair cut about a month, 5 weeks ago. Now, the guy that cuts my hair, he charges us 70 pesos. It was 60, it's gone up to 70. We usually always give him 80, right? If we've got the money, we give him 80 pesos. And I was there, not last time, the time before. He weren't there this time. This was someone else what were cutting my hair. Right, went to a different haircut, a different barber. And I said to this guy, I gave him the money, 80 pesos. I went, oh no, and he gave me 50 pesos back, right? So, no, he gave me 40 pesos back. He kept the 50 pesos, gave me 40 pesos back. We normally give him 80. He said, oh no, it's okay, friends. And he didn't want to charge me, right? He did not want to charge me. He didn't want to take that extra 40 pesos. So I went, oh, okay, Salamat, are you sure? He says, yeah. Anyway, went to get my hair cut. And I'm getting my hair cut. And this guy's chatting to Joveline. Now, this guy should really know who I am, because I walk around past his shop all the time, and I'm a foreigner, and I live in Mercia. And he says to Joveline, miss, what he said? Yes, miss, he says, keep the foreigner here, and so we can chat to him, because Joveline's going to shop now to buy some rice. So Joveline's off shopping now. Yeah, miss, we'll keep the foreigner here, and we'll keep him talking so we can charge him more. Joveline says, no, you're not charging him more. She said, I'm not. He wants his hair cut in, my hair's short, it's not this long. My hair's not this long, it's not this long, it's short hair. She said, no, you're not charging him double. She says, I'm not going to pay double. We don't have the budget. We're not paying double. And Joveline came back when I was having my haircut. And I'm talking to this guy, seemed like a nice guy, which they do when it comes to money. And I got the 70 pesos off Joveline. I think the haircut was 60 pesos, 70 pesos. So I either gave him 60, 70 or 80 pesos. And I gave him the money, and the guy went. Same as this other guy that did swap the tyre, swap the inner tube in the tyre. And I went, is it okay? Is everything okay? And he's going. And I looked at Joveline and I said, what's wrong with this guy? She went, and then she told me. And I went, okay, Salamat. And I said, let's go. We won't go back there again. We're just not going to go back there again. If a cup of coffee is actually 30 pesos in Mercia, that's what we like to pay. Another incident, I've had quite a lot of incidents. I'm not going to really chat about them tonight. But I've had a lot of incidents like this. I've had a lot of incidents where guys have come into cafes where I've been there, started an argument, and I've had quite a lot of incidents, And Joveline said, you're too friendly. So now Joveline's giving it me, you're too friendly to people, you're too nice, hi, hello, how are you, you're too friendly. You have to stop being friendly, right, to people, because you're that friendly and you're kind of like a pushover. But you charge me double money and you'll see the pushover is no pushover, right? He loses his temper, and I don't care, I will not pay double. And that really gets my back up here that's one of the things I hate about the Philippines. You know, it's foreigner price. If you go to buy an house here in the Philippines, guys, you go with your Filipino girlfriend. If the house is 400,000, now you're foreigner, now it's 800,000. It's just that type of crazy mentality. But not all the Filipino people are like that, as I've said. There's quite a lot of nice Filipinos here. They won't charge you double. The odd ones, you know, some of them, very rarely, you know, you go to their house, they'll make you a cup of tea, they'll make you food. There's quite a lot of nice Filipinos here. Quite a lot of fake ones, quite a lot of bad ones. And it's just like England, but here in the Philippines, a lot of the Filipino people are very nice, humble, just nice people. But you always get a few people, you never expect it, do you? You know, you actually go and you get your motorbike tyre fixed, new inner tube in there, like I said, thanks to one of you guys. And you don't expect it. It's normally 70 pesos, and then, you know, they pull a fast one, and you think, right, I would not recommend this place whatsoever. I do not recommend this place on the video to anyone, right? Don't recommend it. And, you know, it probably could have been a different kettle of fish. A lot of guys here drink, so it could have been, you know, a different kettle of fish, you know, it could have escalated. So, you know, I thought, it's just not on, you know, and there's like 2 guys now, there's 4 now, there's 5 guys, you know. So I thought, well, basically that's it, we don't have the budget, I ain't got the money, the little money I've got's for food, and you're just wanting to, you know, you're just not a nice people at all. You are not nice people at all. We will not go to your place ever. I will not recommend your place to anyone, right? We've been to your place before one time, and I think it was your nephew. He did a really good job. And like I said, these guys seem like nice guys, but not really. You know, when push come to shove, 150 pesos, it's just far too much, guys, and you do get a little sick of it. Now, when I first come to the Philippines, when I went for my haircut, you know, they'd say 50 pesos, and I'd just give them 100 pesos. And when I had the money, I had the budget, before I actually run out of money, I had a budget. If somebody said 60 pesos, 70 pesos, I always just gave them 100. They'd come to give me the change, and I'd say, no, it's fine, have a nice day, take care. And I always give them, you know, 40, 30, 40 pesos over. And it weren't no big deal. But when they're charging you double all the time, and it's not just English people, not just foreigners, they also do this to their own people. You know, if a Filipino lady has a foreign husband, a foreign boyfriend, they think they're going to charge double. And some of these ladies get very mad and they will not pay, and they'll threaten to report you. And if you get reported, right, someone will come to your cafe, and if you are reported quite a few times, they will shut your cafe down. So, you know, because it might not be a big deal to a lot of you people what's got money. It's no big deal to me when I've got money. Right, but 30 pesos, right, 40 pesos, 70 pesos over to a Filipino person, that's a lot of money. That's their food. You know, that might be 3 or 4 days food, rice. It's a big deal, and it's wrong, it shouldn't really happen. Take care, God bless, have a great day, happy week ahead. We're on Tuesday tomorrow. I don't know when I'll upload this video, but you know, there'll be a video on the front of this one, and hopefully I haven't repeated too much. There's no music, so you can't complain about music. So, you know, like I said, have a great day. Please like, please subscribe, please share the videos. Please help support in the way of $1. Have a great day, guys. Life in the Philippines. Hopefully I can actual spring in England. Not far to go. Hopefully I can get a tyre for this back wheel on this bike. Lifeline. Hopefully sooner or later I can actually get back to England. Detention centre here in the Philippines. If I actually have to do detention centre here in the Philippines, I'll just do it, and it's just one of them things. Does it bother me? No. What'll happen? They'll keep me according to form, not according to me. They'll keep me till I actually pay what I owe. Well, I haven't got the money to pay. I haven't got the money for the plane ticket. I haven't got the money to pay immigration. Simple as that. Don't have the money to renew my passport, so I don't have the money to do it. So if they do actually put me into detention, in other words, prison, right? If I go into a detention centre, which is a prison, right, there's no way I'm going to be able to pay anyway. So I'll probably be in that detention centre a long time till the British consulate help, or they don't help, or they kick me out of the country. Or, like I said in a previous video, they might just say, well, we do apologise, sir, you are here illegally. You'll have to get in touch with the British consulate embassy and see what happens. No family, no one to send money, so, simple as that. But, it's pointless going, well, you'll go to a detention centre. Do I look bothered? No. If I'm in a detention centre, that could be an help to get me back to my own country, right? Where will I land in my own country? God knows. Barnsley, probably not. London, maybe, but I've been told the streets of London's not very safe. Manchester, Lincolnshire, I have not got a clue where I land in England. If I can get a job before I go to England, I'll land where the job is. But, like I said, pointless saying, well, you'll be in a detention centre, mate. Really? Well, if I'm in a detention centre, I've just said, might get me back to my country, or that might be just a load of baloney, and maybe I will get 5 years ban, forgot the name of it, so maybe I will get a ban from coming blacklisted, I might get blacklisted for 5 years, 10 years, as I've said, who cares, right? It's no big problem. I've been around the world, so to speak, what comes up, I'll have to do it, I'll suffer the consequence, we make bad decisions, I made a mistake, so what? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Have a great day, take care, God bless. Here from Concilian. Please like, subscribe, please help support, guys, in the way of $1.